What's up guys, Josh Cowden here for Case Academy. Going to go over a next progression in our plyo throwing routine, squared up. So with this drill, it's still a constraint drill, but we're going to have a little less constraint, a little more degrees of freedom with our hips. The setup is going to look like this. If I was facing the plyo wall, what I try to tell my guys is I basically want to think about my hips rotating and trying to touch each other. And the whole idea is to try to think about my hips rotating underneath my rib cage, so that we can create some tension early so it can uncoil and create that energy through the chain here. So from a setup standpoint, I'm a righty obviously, so as I start to rotate, I want to try to think about taking my starter is to take my right hip into my left hip. So again, we're trying to rotate into a fixed front femur, which is what we're trying to do at the end of the day. So I'm going to rotate and then I'm going to counter rotate. So right hip to left hip to right hip. And then as I go to throw an extension, I want to go ahead and get tall. One of the mistakes that we see is guys will just basically do dead hips, or they'll basically shift side to side. That ain't it. Or as they finish, they'll try to get weak on their knees. We want to try to create some tension through our core and create like a catapult forward. So again, the setup kind of looks here. I'm going to rotate into fixed front femur, rotate into fixed front femur, separate, throw, get tension. So it looks kind of like this. Offset as always on a wall so that my arm is in the middle. A lot of times if I'm in the center, I start to cut it. So here we go. Rotate into fixed, rotate into fixed. And that is our chest up or squared up plyo warm up.